I got fired from my own creative team. After many years of trying, Team Andretti finally made it to the F1 grid, installing me, Ben, as team principal. After sorting out our livery and our drivers, Pato O'Ward and Romain Grosjean, with low expectations for the first few races, that's exactly what we got in Bahrain. We ended up in the back of the field.
Oh, Joe crashed! Joe crashed! We got 21st!
Going into Jeddah, we expected somewhat of the same, but we got a slightly different result. Grosjean did crash out, but O'Ward ended higher than he did in Bahrain. With the rainy Australia, we rolled the dice with our tires. Needless to say, it didn't work. We ended up multiple laps down, and Carlos Sainz took his third win of the season. Japan is when everything started to change. We finally had upgrades in. We qualified okay in 18th and 21st, but we finally broke through and got 14th and 15th with O'Ward and Grosjean. With more upgrades rolling in for China, we had a great sprint race when Grosjean was able to make his way from 22nd all the way up to 13th. Heading into the Grand Prix, I was feeling pretty good that we had brought upgrades, we had a really good sprint, but Grosjean hitting Sargent in an ill-timed safety car decimated our weekend. O'Ward finished 16th and Grosjean finished 20th. We were heading into Miami with more upgrades. It's a home Grand Prix, so maybe a little momentum on our side and another sprint to rule. We once again gambled on our tires and knew it wasn't going to work out when we had the same tire strategy as Ferrari. On the final lap of the sprint, both drivers blew their tires.
You're just gonna limp around the entire time! Oh no! Grosjean has a puncture! It's all falling apart!
We limped around and finished in dead last. Heading into the Grand Prix, vowing not to make the same mistake, we ended up qualifying our best so far this season, with O'Ward getting 5th and Grosjean nabbing 6th. After inevitably getting shuffled out of the top 10, we were able to maintain our best finish of the season, 13th and 14th, even though Oscar Piastri tried to mess us up.
Oh! O'Ward, what just happened? Oh! The McLaren!
With the rain-soaked Imola, we were able to get on the front row. O'Ward got 2nd. Within 13 laps, we were out of the points and Grosjean with a spin, but O'Ward was able to match our best finish yet with 13th. Heading into the weekend of Monaco, I felt good. I felt like we have confidence, we're bringing more upgrades to Monaco, and we could actually get into the points. Little did I know, this would be the start of my downfall. O'Ward crashes in qualifying, wrecks all of the upgraded parts, so we have to rebuy all of the parts, and I have to replace a few of his engine parts. In total, it cost us $15 million. After taking a grid penalty, O'Ward started 20th, Grosjean started 17th, and we were starting to pick our way through the field until O'Ward crashed again. Verstappen gets into a crash, and a red flag appears. Verstappen has saved O'Ward's day. After Stroll goes out with an engine failure, Grosjean is in position to finally get us points. With just a handful of laps left, Alexander Albon passes us for 10th place, and we are in the fight of our lives.
No, gas up, go.
Another red flag throws a twist into this race, and it turns out to be a 2-lap sprint to the finish. Unfortunately, we couldn't capitalize. We ended up in 12th. We're now heading off to Canada, and I was hoping that we could put it all together this weekend. We've qualified on the front row, we've been in contention for points, and we've had plenty of upgrades to actually make us competitive. Can we put it all together? Well, in qualifying, it looks like it. We were able to take advantage of the rain, and we locked out the front row. An Andretti lockout. Starting the race was amazing. Having us on the front row, it was awesome until turn number 1 where Albon hit us.
And oh, we've already had an accident. We already hit somebody, guys.
We did lead our first laps. We actually led 6 of them, and we ended up finishing 12th and 14th. Heading back to Europe now, we went to Spain. The only real eventful thing is that O'Ward spun and damaged a few parts, but we ended up being able to take home 13th and 15th. We immediately jumped over to the Red Bull ring full of confidence. We had one of the best rear wings and chassis. Our DRS was in the top 5 of everybody on the grid. I thought that if we were to get points anytime soon, this is it. And man, did we deliver. Starting 8th and 9th, we really didn't drop that far out of the top 10 the entirety of the sprint race. With a Max Verstappen crash, everybody pitted, put on new tires, and it was a brand new race. After pushing Russell into the gravel, we had 8th place. We got our first points of the season. Award finished 8th in the sprint race.
Do not break my heart, Stroll! Do not break my heart, Stroll! Do not. Yes! 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 Stroll, you suck, man!
Needless to say, I was super excited for the Grand Prix. If we took home 8th in the sprint, could our DRS do it again in the Grand Prix? We started 11th and 12th, feeling pretty good just outside the points. But the house of cards that our team was built on started to crumble. Grosjean crashed out on lap number 9. Thinking to myself, that's okay, Award was the one who got the finish in the sprint. Our hopes were dashed when Award hit Alonso and he got a penalty. Just to make everything worse, just a few laps later, Award decided to lock up. A weekend of elation turned into a weekend of devastation. A missed opportunity. With a fancy shirt, I took on Silverstone and we ended up 13th and 14th. With more upgrades rolling in for Hungary, Award started 9th. Feeling good that we could at least hold on to points, Award spun on the first lap and went all the way back to 22nd.
Some point, and there it is. And there it is.
After picking our way through the field, Albon and Danny Ricciardo crashed and the door was open for points. Award was able to take 10th. Award was able to go from 22nd and then get points out of the race. I was feeling so confident going into Spa. In Spa, it was rainy with slick conditions. A 4-car pileup propelled us to a 9th and 10th place position. We finally got double points with our drivers. At the midseason break, we have less than $8 million left in our cap with 10 races to go. And it was clear the $15 million Monaco weekend is coming back to bite us. In a rain-soaked Netherlands, Grosjean crashed in qualifying. After replacing almost every part in Grosjean's car and every engine component, we head off to the race. Award started 8th, Grosjean started 15th, and we didn't have a good race and we ended up 13th and 14th. We went off to Italy, the home of Ferrari, Monza. Monza only brought more pain. As Grosjean crashed out, Award did finish 10th, but that would be the last point we would score this season. Entering Baku, I was hoping we could build upon the point that we got in Monza. After a safety car and red flag, we were in position for points until Stroll crushed our dreams.
Lance Stroll is going to be able to take Award here.
Only adding insult to injury, Magnussen passed us at the very last moment to take 11th. Flying into Singapore, we knew that we were in serious financial trouble, so we made a hard decision. Grosjean would go back to factory parts that we had at the beginning of the season, throwing the rest of his season in hopes we had enough good parts that Award could get us a few more points. Feeling good after Award was able to get 9th in qualifying, it only took a few laps for Award to spin and wreck the weekend.
And this is just plain. That's awkward.
Not even a red flag or a safety car could save our weekend this time. With no points and over the cost cap limit, we head to Austin. At Circuit of the Americas, everything just got worse. Being one of our home races, I was hoping for a little bit of good luck, but honestly, it never happened. Award's ERS gave out in the middle of the race. He couldn't hold a charge and couldn't use his battery at all, and it sank him to the back of the field. After finishing 16th and 17th at COTA, we went off to Mexico. Knowing this was Award's home race, I was hoping that the Mexican crowd can urge him to points. But Award doing Award things, he spun, hit his rear wing, and broke his DRS. Everything else was fine, but he couldn't utilize the long straights of Mexico. With engine failures from Albon and Hulkenberg, we ended 18th and 19th. With board confidence at an all-time low, we head south to Brazil, having to throw the sprint weekend because we don't have enough engine parts to even make it through the Grand Prix. Award was able to grab 10th in qualifying. Grosjean was doing his job by wrecking a few people to help out Award. He did his best Miley Cyrus impression.
Grosjean is like Miley Cyrus. I came in like a wrecking ball.
With an aggressive undercut being very successful, Award spun and crashed. Hurting his front wing, he was wrecked for the rest of the race, and we finished in the back once again. Frustrated that Award has not been able to take advantage of the new parts, we head to Vegas. Spending another $5 million just to be able to field 2 cars, plunging us further and further into debt. I was hoping for a miracle, only for Award to lock up on lap 3, wrecking his tires and his weekend. Frustrated and angry with Award, I created our new team motto.
Chant it with me. Award is the worst. Award is the worst. Award is the worst. Get out of my team, Award!
But before Vegas ended, Award had to do Award things one more time and lock up. At this point, he broke me. If you're thinking to yourself, Ben, it can't get worse. Oh no, you just wait. The last 2 are the worst. Once again, having to throw the sprint race in Qatar, we ended up going for the Grand Prix. Qualifying near the back, both drivers had engine issues and DNF'd, did not finish the race. And once again, things get worse heading into Abu Dhabi. Grosjean, those were the last engine parts he had in Qatar. So I spent over $7 million once again to plunge us further into debt just to be able to field a car in Abu Dhabi. And what happened? Both engines blew again. That was the end of our season. And that is how I got fired from my own creative team. What's next? I'm gonna take revenge on Andretti. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss anything and you can check out that video. And then if you wanna go back and take a look at the beauty of this season, go ahead and click this link and it'll bring you right to the playlist. Peace out, and God bless.